Hello beautiful children, how are you? I hope you are good and you must be very happy and relaxed that your half-yearly exams are over and very excitedly you must be waiting for your report card. Yes, very shortly in the first week of December you will be getting the report card also. Now children, if you talk about the how you have done, the marks which you all have obtained in the half-yearly exam is not very satisfactory. It seems that you all are not studying. You are relaxed because when the copy was collected to be checked, I found that many children never submitted their work, and if they had submitted their work, the work was incomplete, which is very bad. Now children, now it is a very relaxing period for you all because of the situation, because no study, no school, no pressure of work and all. But children, if you get into the habit of not studying and depending upon someone else, what will happen? You will develop that habit, and when the school will open, that is true, one day the school will open, and then you have to come and give your exam and you get marks like this. So what will happen? Your parents will get annoyed, you won't be promoted, you know. So it is better that instead of making your mind, brain relax, your memory power dull, you know, so it is better that you still keep on active with your memory power. Don't make your memory power the level of the memory power fall down. In fact, you try to increase. Right? Now coming back to the studies, your half-yearly exams are over. Now we are going to start with the final course. Now for the final course, the first chapter which I have picked is lesson number 9, which is what? The Wolf Child, part 1, which is written by Mike Sudama. Now this story is somewhat, in the beginning of the story, is somewhat related to the Jungle Book, like the Mowgli. The child was brought up by the wolves. They took care of him, and the child over here in the Mowgli, the child, what he did, he adapted the wolves' ways, right? Their habits of walking, jumping from one place to another. Instead of walking on the foot, legs, he used to walk like animal on 4 using his leg and hands. And he used to eat like them, raw meat, raw flesh, and hunt animals and eat, or fruits like that. And he was brought up by the females of the wolf. But in this story, children, this story, the two children, they are brought up by the wolves, but it has a very tragic and unhappy ending, right? Sad ending. But in Mowgli, it was a happy ending. Now let's see what the story is about. The Wolf Children Part 1, written by whom? Mike Sudama. Now this story begins in the 9th of October 1920. Please remember this day, 9th of October 1920. Like on this day, the story begins. The characters of the story are 6 men, that is Reverend Singh, and 5 Indian villagers of Godavari of Midnapur, which is in the West Bengal state. Right. And the second character of the story is the pack of wolves. The second character of the story is the pack of wolves. Now the third character of the story is two baby girls, that is whose age was 4 years old and 8 years old. Right. The fourth character of the story is Mrs. Singh, who was the wife of Reverend Singh and also in charge of orphanage. Right. Now this story starts starts on 9th October 1920. Now the village outside the village of Godamari, which is in Mednapur in West Bengal, they used to hear a cry. They thought that there was a demon. The demon cries at night. Right. Now demons are what? Evil spirit. Now evil spirit they are. So they come out at night and they cry. So they were fed up of the demons. Now, so their reverend, reverend is the priest of a particular church. So he, with few you can say brave person, like 5 Indian villagers, he gathers, and he at night they thought of going to the Ants Hill, from where the voice came out. So they thought they'll go over there and wait for the demons to come out. And when the demons come out, then they would shoot him or try to capture him. So they were waiting on the raised platform of the tree. So at night they heard the noise, and suddenly, like a pack of wolves. Pack of wolves means many wolves. Now it is a collective noun of many wolves. So like a pack of wolves came out from the ants hill, and behind them there was two human creatures crawling and coming behind them. So they were very scared, and these villagers, these 5 Indian villagers, they raised their gun and their bows and arrow to shoot at them, to kill them. When Reverend Singh, he realized that among this pack of wolves, there was 2 human-like creatures. There were 2 human-like creatures. He asked the villagers to stop, not to shoot, and then he took out his notebook and he started writing about what he was seeing, the human-like creature. Now, then he thought that those 2 human-like creatures, they are human beings. So when Reverend Singh, what he found, that the female wolves, they were very possessive, and they were coming forward towards these villagers to attack them. Right? To attack them, they were crying, they were growling, they were snarling, and trying to grab them. But since Reverend Singh had asked not to shoot, they stepped behind. So as they were stepping behind, those animals were coming further. Then when they somehow Reverend Singh realized that these wolves will not run away from here, but they are going to attack us, he had no other choice but to fire at them. So 1 or 2 wolves got hurt when the arrow was shot on them. They never fired the gun. When the arrows were shot on them, so those wolves ran away, but the female wolves were still there, struggling very hard to protect 2 babies. Now, these villagers, they thought that these are demons, right? Evil spirit. So still they were trying to chase those mother wolves, and somehow they managed to chase those mother wolves. And when they came near those two figure-like human, they ran inside the ant hill. Then the villagers, they came nearer to the ant hill. Reverend Singh asked them to remove the ant hill and see what is it. When they went near to the ant hill and they removed the ant hill, they found that there were two baby girls lying, they were sleeping. Their age was one girl was of 4 years old and the other girl was of 8 years old. And Reverend Singh, like he was astonished, very surprised to see those girls over there. And he was thinking that how come these baby girls came in this ant hill? How come, like who brought them over here? Who had kidnapped? How did these girls came and managed? And he was also, on the other hand, he was also surprised that the wolf was taking care like their own child. The females were very protective. They were, in fact, they were about to hurt the humans to protect the child from being snatched away or being killed. Right? Till the end, he saw that the mother wolf was struggling very hard to save those children. So there is a relationship between the human beings and the human child, right? Human being and the animal, wolf, like. But what Singh did, he picked those girls and he managed to bring them in the orphanage where his wife was in charge. He used to look after the babies, the abandoned babies, like who were left by their parents. So they were looked after them. Then they their habits, he found that the habits were still like the animals, like the wolves, the way of licking, eating food, drinking water, walking, and they were finding very hard to change them, right? But since they were habitual to those life of wolf, one of the girl, she dies because of the liver failure. Because of the liver failure, one of the child dies, and other girl, sister, she was alive, but she always was always sad, remembering her sister, right? So this is the story, and it has shown the relation between the animal and the human being, that all animals are just like human beings. They are no difference there between them. They also take care of the babies like their own, and they are protective no matter even if they don't belong to their class, right? So this is the story now. Now I'm going to read the story and you are going to listen the story. Now I'm going to read this story. Now open to page number 102, and as I'm going to read and you find the meanings are also written on the board, you are also going to copy it down in your book with the pencil. The Wolf's Child Part 1. 6 men sat on a wooden hunting platform. Now the platform had been hastily built during the heat of the day. Now there were 6 men. As I told you, the first character was the 6 men. One is Reverend Singh and other is the 5 villagers. Right? They were sitting on a platform. Platform is what? A raised level surface on which people stand. Like see over here in this book, this is the raised level from the ground where people are sitting, and they had made it hastily. Hastily means hurriedly, like, and hurriedly during the day or during the heat of the day means in the afternoon when the sun was shining very brightly. Now, West Bengal is known for its summers, like it's very humidity and very hot it is over there. Sultry weather it has. Now, in the gathering twilight, gathering means to assemble. Twilight means a period of time before sunrise or sunset. Now, that the men knew their long wait would come over soon. This means that they are talking about the night, right? When the twilight, when the sun is setting and the moon is coming out, right? The darkness is coming out. So why did the men knew that their long wait would come soon? Because generally the animals, when when it is night, they come out to hunt food, and then they go to the water and drink. They come out of the jungle, right? So when the sun had set, these villagers who were waiting on the platform, they knew that now the demons are going to come out. Before them, some 30 meters away stood a large ant hill. It was only that the man's attention was focused. Now, where they had built their platform, just about 30 meters away from their platform, there was an ant hill. Now, these are called ant hills. These are actually the hillocks made by the ant where they used to store their food and lay eggs and multiply themselves over here. But now this ant hill is abundant. These ants have gone away from there, and it is empty. It is not harmful. So just 30 feet away, all their attention means all they were focusing towards this ant hill. Why? Now we'll come to know why. Sunset was the time for the demon to appear. It was 9th October 1920. Everyone in the Indian village of Godavari knew about the jungle demons. They had heard their howls and their strange hearing cries. Several people had actually seen the demons. They were in appearance half human, half animal. Now what they are saying, it is said that on October 9th, 1920, now these men had gone over there to catch hold of the demon. Why? Because these villagers, they knew that in the jungle, there were lots of demons. Demons means evil spirit. Demons means evil spirit lived over there, because during the night they used to hear scary, frightful noises, and it is said that many villagers had seen those demons. They were half animals and half like a human beings, right? The forest was bathed in deep red glow from the setting sun. The first of the large fruit bats flapped past the waiting men. Suddenly, there was a movement in a narrow entrance of the anthill. The men on the platform stiffened. Now, when they were waiting and the sun was setting down, so they were all focusing towards the anthill. Then suddenly from near a big bat flapped passed by. Then they heard the demons cry, right? They were very frightened. Now stiffen means get frightened. Stiffen means to get frightened. And when they heard, they got ready with their bow and arrow and their guns, aiming towards the anthill. Something was coming out of the anthill. It was fully grown wolf. Behind it came second wolf, then two cubs. Then something was emerged. It was a demon, just as the villagers had said, half human and half animal. Now over here in this picture, if you see carefully, now when they were focusing towards this anthill, the first wolf came out, then the second wolf came out, then they were followed by the two baby wolf, which is called cubs. The baby wolf is called cubs, and after that, two human-like creatures. Now you can see over here, these two appears like a human-like creatures. They came out. So they thought that it was a two demon that they were following these wolves. Demon was followed by the second monster, much smaller than the first. As I told you, first demon, which was a baby girl, she was 8 years old, and the second demon over here in the story, which is referred over here, is a smaller sister of the first demon, that is 8 years old. The smaller sister was 4 years old. Both of the distinct creatures had matted hair. Why matted hair? Because they had not washed. There was no soap over here. We wash our hair with what? With shampoo. We shampoo it after every 3 or 4 days or in a week to make it clean. But those children, they never had any soap or privileges were not there. So their hair had stiffened. It had become matted. And which covered their hairs, and both walked all on fours. As I told you, they never knew how to walk because they had not seen the human beings. Like when we are small, we follow what we see. The children follow what we see. Now these two children, they had seen these wolves. So they were following the wolves. Whatever the wolves used to do, they used to follow them. So we were walking on the on fours. They looked around cautiously. Cautiously means carefully. They looked here and there before bouncing after the wolves. Now you see, the baby comes out from the house. What they come out because the world is new for them, right? So where they look here and there to recognize things, and when they see their mother has gone little bit further, they quickly walk towards, they run towards their mother, the wolf. So these children, they ran towards the wolf. The sixth man reacted in different ways. Two aimed their rifles at the strange creatures. One quickly signaled them not to do. Then he began to write in his notebook. One man, too frightened to look, buried his face with his hand. The rest stared in disbelief. Disbelief was like he could not believe himself. Now the sixth man, when they saw the two men, when they saw the evil spirit, so coming towards them, they quickly left their rifle, aiming to shoot them. But one of the six men, asked them not to do it. But one of them, and the third man was so frightened. He was so frightened, he thought that the demons are there, because usually we people get very scared of spirits, evil spirits when we see. So he was so frightened that he covered his face. He buried his face with his hand. He covered his face, and other two, like, they were standing over there. They could not believe that they were seeing the evil spirit, the monster, right in front of their eyes. Right. So they were looking very zapped, surprised. So the story was true. Then they realized that whatever these people, the villagers, used to talk about these demons, it is true. There is a demon, and the cries are from the demon. They had seen the monster themselves. Now, why do they realize that the story is true? Because they themselves has witnessed and witnessed the scene. They saw the demons. The man with the notebook was Reverend Singh. As a priest in the village of Godamari, he had listened to the tales and chattered about demons, and had been determined to prove that the story was nonsense. Now, the priest and all, they usually say there are no such things. Like all the priests, like they say that there are no such things like demon or evil spirit. Right, and he used to hear the stories about the villagers, so he used to listen to them. But he thought, he made an aim to make the villagers realize that what they were thinking is wrong. It is just bullshit. Now, even so, it had taken a good deal of persuasion. Persuasion means trying to convince someone. Like even the villagers were trying to convince the priest that there is a demon. Now the priest is also saying, no, there is no such things over in the world. It is all story. It's a man-made imagination or stories. Now, over here we will see, to find men would take him to the demon liar and wait with him while he observed them for himself. Back to Godamari, the Reverend Singh ignored the excited talk of the 5 companions and read through the note he had scribbled at that time. Now, when they saw the Reverend and the 5 men, they returned back. They never attacked or never did anything. Now he goes back. Since he was determined to prove these villagers that it is not a true story. So whatever he had scribbled on his notebook, he made a close observant. Like he read it thoroughly, and he was analyzing things. The creature was hideous being. Hideous means ugly, very ugly looking. Obviously, those children, they never used to have bath. They had their matted hairs falling right in front of them. Their hands and feet were very dirty. So, the creature was very, very ugly looking. Right. So, now they have described over here, both of them ran on all fours. One he had put hand, foot, and a body like human being, but a head was a small ball of something covering the shoulder. He was convinced somehow that the creature was not demon, but he felt sure he had seen 2 children about 4 to 5 years old. From the way the children had moved, Singh believed that they had been living with the wolves for long time. He had no doubt about what he should do next. He must rescue. Rescue means save. Now, after reading what he has scribbled, and he came to a conclusion that those children, human-like creature which he saw was not a demon but a small child. And then he decided to save the child from these wolves. He didn't even consider leaving them to go on living as a wild animal, because he never thought, when you see something So obviously if you were in his place, so you would have also thought, yeah, two children are staying with those animals and they will be living a animal life. It is better to bring them to this thing among us, among the human creatures, and live like us. So next day he tried to form a rescue party from among the men of the village. None of them would help him capture the wolf children. They still believed that the creature was evil spirit. Now, next day when he was planning, nobody agreed to help him out because they still say it is not a child, but it is a evil spirit. The Reverend Singh was forced to seek help from the other village 7 miles away. A week later, the hunting party advanced on a lair. As they neared the ant hill, they spread out in a circle. They moved cautiously, carefully. Now, when he never got help from his place, from the villagers, he took help from the other village people, which was 7 miles away from it, and then they went to that same ant hill where they heard the noise, and from where they saw the wolves coming out. They made a semicircle around. They made a circle around the ant hill, because ant hill was not very big, were not very huge like mountains or hills. So they made a huge circle around the hill so that the wolves were not able to run away, because their motive was only to catch the wolf child, not the wolf. So, and then when they were they saw that no animals were coming out, no wolves were coming out. Reverend Singh moved towards the mound. He ordered 2 men to start digging. Start digging at the entrance. They began to hack the ground nervously. Singh assured that there were no demons, but this was little comfort. They knew well enough that there were no wolves inside. At any amount, they expected the anger wolf to merge. When a wolf did sprang out of the lair, the digger jumped back as it ran off into the thick underground. Now, when these villagers were removing the ant hills, some of the wolves, they ran away. But unfortunately, like all of a sudden, a wolf sprang up and attacked one villager. Like, she was a female wolf. Obviously, all mothers are very, very overprotective about their children, right? So this wolf, they sprang and tried to attack the villagers, but still the villager, that man, stepped back out of fear. And then again that wolf, she never ran towards the jungle side, but she went back to the burrow once again. Nobody tried to stop its escape. In fact, some of the men, frightened at the sudden appearance of the animal, began to run away. Now Singh began to shout at the fleeing means running away man, but stopped as another wolf merged. Those villagers were out of fear. They were running away from the ant hill, and here Reverend Singh was trying to stop them not to run away. Then another wolf came out, and again that wolf also tried to attack on the villagers. And those wolves were what? She-wolf. She-wolf is what? Female wolf is called she-wolf. They were courageously trying to defend her young. Like those animals, they thought that they are trying to snatch away their children, and all mother, like any danger comes, you see, the mother steps forward, come forward instead of you taking the danger, facing the danger, right? So in the same way, this she-wolf was continuously coming and attacking them, making them scared to run and go away from that place. And they were also scared because they thought that these villagers will snatch away their children from them. Like she anchored her back and bared her teeth, but somehow Singh would give any order. Some of the men shot several arrows at her. Now what when Reverend Singh he came forward to stop the people to run away. At that moment, the wolf, like mother wolf, and she wolf is mother wolf, they come and attack the Reverend, and they dig their sharp teeth on his on his body. And at that moment, the villagers thought that if they don't shoot the wolf, so the wolf will kill the Reverend. So they shot with their bow and arrow until she dies. Right. Singh watched the animals row away in agony. She never died, sorry, but she, when the many arrows were pricked in her body, she was in pain, and out of pain she cried and ran away. He felt bitter and angry with himself. He had no intention to kill any of the wolves. Now he snatched up the spade and dug furiously into the hay. So what he did, Reverend Singh, since he was the priest, so and as a priest, like the Bible says, not to hurt anyone, even if it is an animal. So he felt very bad, to hurt the animal, but but he had no other choice. And then when the wolf went away, he took the spade from the villager and dig the ant hole, because these villagers were not agreeing to dig the ant hill. That's it. That's it for the day. Right? The story ends over here. Now we have the second part. We will read in the next session. Now go through the story again and again. It's a very interesting story, and definitely you are going to like it. That's it for the day. Have a good day.